Good morning, my friends. My name is Lama Jigme and this is Enlightened Fitness. But first, we will help you to cultivate the body of a tantric sex god through the cunning use of high-intensity body weight interval training. Then, we'll help you cultivate both the heart and the mind of a Buddha through guided meditation. Now, before we get started, allow me to draw your attention to the place about 3 inches below the video. There's a button that reads Show More. When you click it with your mouse, it will reveal a list of links as long as my arm. Those links are crucial. The second link will take you to a page on my website dedicated to the low-fat, whole-food, plant-based diet, which is the best way, in my opinion and in my experience, to lose the weight, to keep it off, to increase your athletic performance, to increase your intellectual and creative performance, to increase your longevity, your happiness, and your health. There's a bunch of free resources. There are free YouTube channels, and there are the cat's going into the closet. That opens up a whole can of worms, does it not? Come out of the closet, cat. This is a tolerant environment. Come on. There you go. Doesn't that feel better? Okay, you heard it. Folks, you saw it live. The cat just came out of the closet. Okay. So let's see. Some of the materials on the page are free, some are just radically discounted. The stuff that I don't own, I can't give away free. That'd be a violation of copyright law, but I can help you get your hands on it for a substantially discounted amount. Can't I, kitty cat? Okay. So, I'm going to read you a bit from Dr. McDougall's program for maximum weight loss. This section begins the eating contests. Oh no. As I mentioned in Chapter 1, I run a 12-day live-in health program at St. Helena Hospital in Napa Valley, California. At each session, we get a lot of overweight people. Inevitably, 1 or 2 will weigh in excess of 300 pounds. They describe a fairly common dilemma. They're able to consume tablesfuls of food at a single meal, yet they're still hungry. After hearing their tales of gluttony, I challenge them in a voice loud enough for everyone at the table to hear, I bet I can eat more food than you can. These mighty eaters gladly accept my challenge. On the first day, they will take 2 or 3 large platefuls of food at each meal from our cafeteria-style service. I will keep up with or surpass their portions. Predictably, they lose the eating contest because I'm used to eating these foods at this early time, and they're not. By the 3rd day, they will declare that 1 medium plate of food is all they can eat. I tell them, you're not getting your money's worth. Eat more. They respond, I'm full. I smile, having known they would be satisfied by the high carbohydrate diet. These good sports have helped make a point. You see, I say to them, you can be satisfied by your food after all. At last, they are satisfied and full after so many years of stuffing themselves with the wrong foods and depriving themselves of what they really yearn for. They find themselves satisfied, finally, by carbohydrates. So let's explore that for a moment. Thank you, Thank you, Doctor. So here's the deal. Processed foods are designed by corporate entities whose primary motivation is not the altruistic benefit of the human race. Their sole motive is profit. And so they make their foods as addictive as possible. They design their foods not to sate our appetite, but to exacerbate them. That's one of the reasons I don't eat out. Someone wants to cook for me, that's great. They can do it over here. You know, assuming they're using a low-fat, whole-food, plant-based diet. But I won't go to restaurants. Restaurants buy their supplies expressly with the profit motive of buying food with preservatives in it that'll last a long time with all these chemicals and stuff. Natural food has a radically different effect on your body. It's satiating. Yes, I am a lazy bastard, but I do figure out, using the computer, using a calculator, using a scale, to make sure that I'm getting enough calories. So when I'm cooking a crock pot of beans for one, I'm putting in 1.5 pounds of dry beans plus spices and vegetables. Oops, the kitty cat's declaring a jihad of my coffee table. So I work hard to make sure I'm getting enough calories. Not that I'm starving myself of calories, and I really recommend, there are so many good, delicious cookbooks out there for people who really like the idea of the low-fat, whole-food, plant-based diet. I once spoke to someone who felt that she had a weight problem. But then she crossed her arms, metaphorically speaking, and lifted her chin and seemed to say, "But I don't think the high-intensity bodyweight interval training or the low-fat, whole-food, plant-based diet will work." My response was simple. Honey, it don't matter what you think. Give them both a fair shot. Embrace them both exclusively and enthusiastically for no less than 100 days. Weigh in and take your measurements before, and of course take a photograph. Weigh in and take your measurements after, and take a photograph. And notice the difference. After 100 consecutive days of high-intensity bodyweight interval training, and simultaneously 100 consecutive days the low-fat, whole-food, plant-based diet, the results will speak louder than your beliefs, preconceptions, or imagination ever will. That's a little something we like to call the scientific method. You start with a hypothesis, you take action on that hypothesis, and then you notice your results. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Okay, having said that, let's prepare to work out. Now the first link below the video will take you to a page on my website known as Bodyweight Interval Training. Or perhaps it's known as High Intensity Bodyweight Interval Training. Tomatoes. Anyway, here's the deal. You are going to find links for every single one of my Enlightened fitness videos. And they're organized two ways. First, they're organized into boxes based on length of workout. Some workouts are 2 minutes long, some are 4 minutes long, some are 8 minutes long, some are 10 minutes long, some are 12 minutes long. You get the idea. Within the boxes, the video links are further organized by length of guided meditation. So start off with a workout that you feel you're capable of. Remember, these workouts are very high intensity. When we're done, you're going to be out of breath and drenched in sweat. There are links to tell you exactly how to do the exact exercises I do. There are links to teach you how to do the easier versions. And there are links to teach you how to do more challenging versions. So regardless of your fitness or expertise level or coordination level, there's a way to adapt this workout so that it works for you very well. That's right, folks. You got it, an excuse-free workout. Especially since we use such a minimum of equipment. Having said that, let's begin. Oh, kitty cat, you trying to hide my medic alert necklace? Thought you'd be doing that, little boy. Ah. Okay, I've got my trusty space heater, because you don't want to work out where it's cold and drafty, let's warm up together using 2 repetitions of Indian-inspired 12-phase sun salutation. Okay. Perhaps you're breathing deeper, perhaps you've broken a sweat. First, squat, jumping. Okay, first, press piking. First, thrust straight. Pardon. First, pull undergrip, negative. Welcome to the second circuit. Second, squat, jump. Second, press, crawl. Second, thrust, twist. Second, pull, under grip, over grip, negative. Welcome to the third of 5 circuits. Third, squat, jump. Third, press, pike. Third, thrust, straight. Third, pull, under grip. Fourth, squat, jump. Guess that's a Hayden. Fourth, press, crawl. Fourth, thrust, twist. Overgrip. Negative. Welcome to the fifth and final set of circuit. Woof. Fifth squat jumping. Fifth press pike. Thrust, fifth thrust straight. Five, pull, under grip, negative. That concludes this morning's high intensity body weight interval training. So I promise, out of breath and drenched in sweat. Water, beverage of choice. Although if you wish, you may add 1 teaspoon or tablespoon of apple cider vinegar to your pint of water if you so desire. Personally, I found adding 2 tablespoons to a cup of water to be drunk during a meal, for me, helps aid and speed digestion. But that's just me. You may be different. I'm going to read to you a passage from the translation of the root text written by Karma Jigme, entitled "The Quintessence of Spiritual Practice, the Direct Instructions of the Great Compassionate One." Generate devotion towards the Buddha, your master, sitting above the crown of your head, and repeat whatever supplications you know, or recite the essence of supplications, the Vajra Guru Mantra. And I'll explain that in just a moment after I figure out where to stick my bookmark next. Yes, kitty cat. Kitty cat doesn't know I'm talking to you. He thinks I'm talking to him. Hello, kitty cat. Hello, Monsieur Chat. Okay. So, there's a link I recommend you use called Past Materials, where you could download an image very similar to this, and you'll see 4-armed Shinrizig and 2-armed Amitabha, student and teacher. And so at one point in your tantric training, I'll explore how you could be similar to the Buddha of Compassion. Well, if the Buddha of Compassion has a teacher, and he's Amitabha, and you have a teacher, yours truly, and if you're going to explore the similarities between yourself and Shinrizig, then it's only fair that you explore the similarities between your teacher and Amitabha. Doing so can help us to be very flexible in our approach to perception and our approach to reality. Remember, I'm not a fundamentalist. I'm not telling you to believe anything. Belief is just rigidity, and rigidity is just a trap. On the contrary, I'm a liberal. I'm saying explore possibilities and let go of rigidity and watch the universe, or watch the door of possibility swing wide before you, revealing a limitless vista of opportunity. Oh, wow. In the words of my people, oi, I'm schwitzing. Turns out Yiddish is just like German Ebonics. So whenever a German hears me speak Yiddish, they find it really amusing. Okay. Before the workout, I told you that the workouts on the webpage were organized first by length of workout, then by length of meditation. So, my guided meditations are entirely unique. Even if you've explored Tibetan Buddhism, even if you've explored non-sectarian Buddhism, even if you've explored Theravadan Buddhism, Sri Lankan Buddhism, Thai Buddhism, Laotian Buddhism, Vietnamese Buddhism, even if you've explored East Asian Mahayana, even if you explored Zen, Rinzai, Soto, Pure Land, Shinshu, there you go, Jodo Shinshu, Even if you've explored Korean Chan and Chinese Chan, even if you've explored all the sex Buddhism, I still assure you this is going to be unique. So start off with a 3-minute meditation, guided meditation. Now, if you're going to put your hands on your hips and give me the chin action and say, I've been meditating for 20 years, motherfucker, then hey, if you don't have the humility to play with a 3-minute technique, then most likely your meditation has taken a wrong turn. Isn't that right, kitty cat? Kitty cat appears to agree. His silence is an assent. Isn't that a funny sounding meow? Doesn't it sound like he's been drinking scotch all night? He's been at a kitty cat bar, throwing it back, which is very tough to do when you have no pause. Okay. Please sit erect. Now, if this is an advanced guided meditation, it's going to be approximately 57 minutes long. There's not going to be any explanations. It's all review. So that's why I recommend you do the 3-minute meditation. Okay, 57 minutes if all goes according to intention. Oh, the kitty cat's here. My boss is here. Come to inspect my quality of my work. Or stick his tush on my face. One of the two. Okay, sometimes you can just see the wheels turning inside your pet's head as they're looking for trouble to get into. Funny things, when a cat's in a needy mood, they will follow you wherever you're going, even if it's to defecate. And owning or living with a needy cat means never having to poop alone, doesn't it? Doesn't it? Beauty. Okay. Please sit erect. There are links to teach you how to sit and links to teach you how to count your finger creases. We will not review that material since it's covered elsewhere. Let us begin with 3 centering exercises. The first one comes from the Theravadan tradition, the Anapanasati, mindfulness with breathing. How long breath? Releasing. What's that? You say you don't like this exercise? You find it boring? That's okay. We're only going to do it for 3 minutes. If you don't like it, if you hate this exercise, then make your hatred of it part of the meditation. On the in-breath, notice your hatred. On the out-breath, explore its non-graspability. How long breath? Releasing. The deeper you breathe in, the easier it is to let go in the out-breath. Again, a long breath, releasing. for the final third of this preparatory practice, we're going to use the one-syllable paradigm. Breathe free. Whew. Can you hear that? That's the sound of my rice cooker. Woo-wee, that's a beautiful sound. Yes, kitty cat agrees. Oh, don't stick your tushy on my sweat thingy. That's just nasty. I saw this cartoon where this guy is dreaming of the all-seeing, unblinking eye of Sauron from Lord of the Rings. And he wakes up to see his cat standing on his chest, sticking his tush in his face. Ah, kitty cats. Always quick to put us in our place, eh? Okay, now it's time for the second minute. I'm sorry for the. Let's perform the second centering exercise. Is going to be the union of Mahamudra and Dzogchen. We begin with the Mahamudra of Po-Wa, which is the rehearsal of the transference of consciousness, which could occur at the moment of death. Some people get anxious and they say, what if I die suddenly and I'm unable to perform this practice? The answer is, as a liberal, I tell you that the karmic momentum of practicing this exercise no less than once a day will affect your birth into the next life. Now, fundamentals would say there's definitely going to be a next life. Liberals say there may not. Either way, this is a beneficial set of exercises. We begin with our universal love. Give to all great rebirth. Great rebirth out through crown. Word crown Om, releasing. Om, free. We're now going to form Togal's leap over Dzogchen, which is just a fancy way of saying Vipassana's union of awareness and letting go with a visual emphasis. What's seeing? Releasing. Noticing, oops, let's try this again. See free. Grin with lips, releasing. Grin with cheeks, releasing. Grin with eyes, releasing. Noticing, relaxing. This ease. For our third centering exercise, again the union of Mahamudra and Dzogchen, we'll begin with Lama Ngalyo, which is just another way of saying Guru Yoga or gratitude training. Thanks for what? Releasing. Thanks, teacher. Releasing. Wear heart free. Releasing. Free. Free. Now we're going to practice toe calls, rep burst through Dzogchen, which is nothing more than Vipassana's union of awareness and letting go with a feeling emphasis. What feeling? Releasing. Feel free. Pardon? Grin with lips, releasing. Noticing, relaxing. This ease. Well, we've completed the first 9 minutes of meditation. I'm going to take a moment to let the cat out. Kitty cat, do you want out? You want out, kitty cat? You daffy bastard, come on. Oh, no, you want... Okay, hey. Do you want out? You great fickle quadruped. Kitty cat did not want out. He wanted the option of going out. Poor kitty cat does not like summer. It's not the heat that bothers him as much as the neighbor's kid. Water beverage of choice. Okay, we're now going to start our long rim contemplations. My favorite way to paraphrase the translation of long rim is thusly: difficult path made easy with stairs. We're now going to explore renunciation. How this not satisfy? Why turn from suffering's cause? How karma be quite just? How this chance be precious? Now we're going to explore Tong Len's union of the compassion that takes away suffering and the love that gives blessing. How could each be kind mom? Why could each hate sadness? How could each be the same? Why take sad as black smoke? Why could each long for joy? How could each be the same? How are all more than me? Why give joy as white light? In through nose, out through pores. Take sad smoke, give joy light. Take fear smoke, give peace light. Fear, peace. Take rage smoke, give love light. That would be my alarm clock. Do bear with me. Excuse me. Rage, love. Now we turn our attention to Buddha's wisdom of letting go. We're going to start in the Sutric corner and wind up in the Tantric corner. This won't be the Dutti Tantra. This will simply be the Tantra of perception and release of preconception. Don't get me wrong, Dirty Tantra is fun, but I typically don't teach into the second or third quarter of my weekly live webinars because, quite frankly, it requires a bit of an intellectual commitment. More so than just, light fitness, which is fun, and it's a great start. How could body be dependent? Whoops, I changed my mind. Let's not work with body, let's work with feelings or sensations. How could sensations be dependent? How could sensation always change? How could sensation not be me? How could sound be dependent? How could sound always change? How could sound not be me? How could sights be dependent? How could sights always change? How could sights not be me? How could body be dependent? Yes, welcome to the Kitty Cat Show with your host, Kitty Cat Boy. Down you go, Smedley. Down you go. Come on, come on. Good boy. I never thought guided meditation could be so exciting. How could body always change? If you get the chance to watch The Good Thief with Nick Nolte on Netflix, I recommend you take advantage of the opportunity. How could body not be me? How could mind, let's try this again, how could mind be dependent? How could mind always change? How could mind not be me? How could I be dependent? How could I always change? How could I not be me? Now we begin to wade into the Maha Yoga, the Tantra of possibility. How could body be dependent? How could Chinre Zig be dependent? How could body be like Chinre Zig? How could speech always change? How could the Mani always change? How could speech be like the Mani? How could here be dependent? Oops, let's try that again. How could here not be me? How could Putala not be me? How could here be like Potala? On most spiritual paths, there is a tendency to yearn for a better place, better body, better communication. Tantra helps us to find contentment here, now. That completes our 24th minute of guided meditation. That completes our work with the Maha Yoga. Now we're going to work with both the Anu Yoga and the Ati Yoga, the yoga of Dati bliss, and awareness and letting go. This is the Tantra that most people are interested in. Although I caution people, if they cannot meditate with their clothes on, they probably can't meditate with their clothes off. Or to put it another way, if you can't meditate by yourself, you probably can't meditate whilst receiving your favorite sexual favors. I'm not a prude, I'm just pragmatic. Nothing wrong with being naked, nothing wrong with receiving sexual favors, just make sure you're ready for it. Make sure you don't revert back into your inner 13-year-old and start jumping around like Daffy Duck going, woohoo, woohoo, woohoo! That can be charming, but not terribly protective. Okay, here we go. We're going to do the Chog Chen series of meditations that can be translated as completion stage. The yoga of possibilities comprised the creation stage. The yoga of awareness and letting go is the great completion stage. That's right, folks. 3 C's, marching through. Give him a hand, won't you? We're going to do the secret Tumo practice while performing reverse breathing. Quick review, reverse breathing. On the in-breath, if you're a woman, you squeeze tight your anus, your urethra, and a vaginal orifice while pulling your lower abdomen in. On the out-breath, you relax the 4 points. If you're a male, on the in-breath, you squeeze tight your anus, urethra, and perineum while pulling your lower abdomen in. On the out-breath, you relax the 4 points. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. We're going to do the secret wheel, which is about 4 finger widths below the navel, about a thumb's width below, before the spine. It's a horizontal chakra or wheel the size of your thumbnail. Your body already knows where this green wheel is. You don't obsess. If you focus on anything, focus on the words that I give you to recite. Where seek wheel, releasing. Where seek ha, releasing. Where green Ha, releasing. Where Ha flame, releasing. Ha free. Having completed our practice of bliss and letting go, we're now shift our awareness through the body. See flame stretch, out left soul. Seek flame stretch, out right soul. Seek flame stretch, up to nave. Seek flame stretch, up to heart. Seek flame stretch, out left palm. Seek flame stretch, out right palm. Seek flame stretch, up to throat. Seek flame stretch, up to crown. Seek flame stretch, out through brow. Brow drop climb, and now we return to natural spontaneous breathing. Brow drop climb up to crown. Where crown wheel, releasing. Where crown Om, releasing. Where white Om, releasing. Om free. Having completed bliss and letting go, we now switch gears into awareness. Oops, I take that back. Love and letting go. This is also known as the clear light yoga. Crown's wise light from white Om. Crown's wise light, bless body. Crown's wise lights, bless Bod's beings. Crown's wise lights, bless here's beings. I'll take it back. Crown's wise light, now bless here. Crown's wise light, bless here's beings. Crown's wise lights, now bless earth. Crown's wise lights, bless earth's beings. Crown's wise lights, bless all worlds. Crown's wise lights, bless worlds' beings. So this is not an exploration of reality as it is. This is a metaphor. Of course, this might remind you of fractals, but it's simply a metaphoric exploration to help us develop a deeper appreciation of love and interdependence. Worlds beings melt into worlds. Worlds now melt into earth. Earth's beings melt into earth. Earth now melts into here. Here's beings melts into here. Here now melts into Bod. Bod's beings melts into Bod. Body melts into Om. Crown Om melts into space. Vast expanse, empty void. vast void. Now we switch to awareness and letting go, also known as Dzogchen, also known as Vipassana, also known as Ati Yoga. What's seeing, releasing. How could this be funny? Grin with lips, releasing. Grin with cheeks, releasing. Grin with eyes, releasing. Noticing, relaxing. This ease. That concludes our 36th minute of guided meditation. We now return to bliss and letting go. Crown drop sink down to throat. Throat drop sink down to heart. Heart drop sink down to navel. Navel drop sink down to seek. seek, drop, sink down to tip. The tip wheel is perpendicular to either the most sensitive part of your penis or the most sensitive part of your clitoris, depending upon your gender. Regardless of the size of your tissue, etherically, we're still dealing with a wheel the size of your thumb nail. Wear tip wheel releasing. At the center of the wheel is a hub. In the hub is a mustard seed-sized syllable or letter D. So we can visualize a D or visualize the word day, D-A-Y if you wish. Each letter black and the size of a mustard seed. Wear tip day, releasing. I was mistaken, that's bay, B-A-Y. Wear black bay, releasing. Bay free. We're now going to perform clear light yoga. Tip love lights from Black Bay. Tip love lights, bless body. Tip love lights, bless Bod's beings. Tip love lights, now bless here. Tip love lights, bless here's beings. Tip love lights, now bless earth. Tip love light, bless Earth's beings. Tip love light, bless all worlds. Tip love light, bless world's beings. World's beings melt into worlds. Worlds now melt into Earth. Earth's beings melt into Earth. Earth now melts into here. Here's beings melt into here. Here now melts into Bod. Bod's beings melt into Bod. Body melts into Bay. Tip Bay melts into space. Vast expanse, empty void. Vast void. Now we switch to Trekcho's sensation and letting go. What feeling, releasing. How could this be funny? Grin with lips, releasing. Noticing, relaxing. This ease. That completes our 45th minute of guided meditation, approximately speaking. Tip, drop, climb up to seek. Seek, drop, climb up to nave. Nave, drop, climb up to heart. Heart, drop, climb up to throat. Throat, drop, climb up to crown. Crown, drop, sink down to throat. Throat, drop, sink down to heart. Heart, drop, sink down to nave. Nave, drop, sink down to seek. Seek, drop, sink down to root. Our root wheel is, if you're a woman, it's your G-spot. If you're a man, it is your prostate. Where root wheel, releasing. Where root day, releasing. Where black day, releasing. Day free. Root drop, climb up to seek. Seek drop, climb up to knave. Knave drop, climb up to heart. Hearts, joy, light from blue whom. Heart's joy, light, bless body. Heart's joy, light, bless bod's being. Heart's joy, light, now bless here. Heart's joy, light, bless here's beings. Heart's joy, light, now bless earth. Heart's joy, light, bless earth's beings. Heart's joy, light, bless all worlds. Heart's joy, light, bless world's beings. World's beings melt into worlds. Worlds now melt into earth. Earth's beings melt into earth. Earth now melts into here. Here's beings melt into here. Here now melts into bod. Bod's beings melts into bod. Body melts into whom. Heart who melts into space. Vast expanse, empty void. vast void. Now we switch to the Mahayana's union of awareness and letting go that emphasizes sound. What hearing really saying? How could this be funny? Grin with lips, releasing. Grin with cheeks, releasing. Noticing, relaxing. This ease. That concludes our 54th minute of guided meditation. Let's conclude with a simple metta practice that intends to give everyone peace. How peace good, releasing. How peace feel, releasing. Now to me, give great peace. Now to some, give great peace. Now to all, give great peace. Now to each, give great peace. Each peace. And that concludes today's guided meditation that is approximately 57 minutes in length. Contrary to misconception, we do not practice any thought suppression. The longer you sit in meditation, the quieter your mind becomes. Quietude is not the goal of meditation or the prerequisite. It is simply a byproduct. The goal of meditation is to train our heart and our mind and the mental yogas of wisdom, peace, love, and joy, so that we master them to such a degree that we are able to practice them spontaneously, habitually, easily, and effectively. Any poophead can repress thoughts or emotions. Any statue can sit. That won't make us a Buddha. It's the mastery of Buddhist techniques that make us a Buddha. It need not be that difficult. Buddha said it can be done in less than a fortnight. Well, I invite you to join me for a gentle set of geriatric yoga that can be described as untying the heart's knots. Please sit erect and lace your hands behind your tush. Please open your chest and twist to the left. Why give? Wise releasing. Please reverse now to each give wisdom. Back to center. Please release your hands. Place them in the lap. Swing them out and overhead. Please bend to the left. While I give peace, release it. Please reverse. Now to each give great peace. Back to center. Please work your way into the downward facing fetal position, which is also known as child's pose. Give to each love for all. Curl your hands in the fists. Place your knuckles upon your yoga blanket about the level of your knees. Rapidly straighten your arms and ride the momentum into the seated samurai position, which is also known as lion's pose. Please lace your hands behind your tush. Please open your chest, drop your head, and roll your gaze up. What feeling? Releasing. What hearing? Releasing. What seeing? Releasing. Please release your hands. Please cup your palms and press your hands together so the center of each palm is hovering before the upper third of your chest. Please relax your shoulders down and twist to the left. While I give joy, releasing. Back to center. Relax your shoulders down. Twist to the right. Now to each, give great joy. Back to the center. Make your way into the hands and knees position in preparation for cat-cow asana. Open mouth, slack jaw, give to each great comfort. Please stand up. Place all your weight upon the major and minor ball of each foot behind the big and little toe, heels off the yoga blanket, subtle bend in the knees, hips thrust forward, hands laced behind the tush, open chest, head dropped, gaze rolled up, roll gaze up. How could this be funny? Grin with cheeks releasing. Noticing, relaxing. Just release the hands. Please join me for 2 repetitions of Indian-inspired 12-phase sun salutation. By this virtue may I now accomplish the spontaneous, habitual, easy, and effective mastery of Buddha's mental yogas, of wisdom, peace, love, and joy. And now lead every living being, without exception, to this ground. May everyone be healthy, wealthy, and happy. May everyone practice skillfully and joyfully. May everyone accomplish Jigme Zig in this life, and then help many others do likewise. For truly that is the meaning of life. Om Mani Padme Hum. Let's conclude with 2 repetitions of Vietnamese-inspired bows. May I always be cared for throughout all my lives by the Buddha of infinite light, emanating as my kind teacher. And as such, may I always enthusiastically and joyfully tread this excellent path praised by the conquerors. Okay, little kitty cat. I gotta move you now. I know. Oh, goodness. I love the imperious nature of cats. It's just adorable. What, knave, you dare move me? Off with his head. Okay, my friends. Thank you for your time and your kind attention. I thank you for your enthusiasm to grow and improve, both physically as well as spiritually, as well as your support. May you and yours be healthy and happy. Om Mani Padme Hum. Before you go, I'd like to invite you to find the subscribe button and give that a click. I also want to invite you to find the like button as well as the share button. At the very end of this video, I want to direct your attention to this corner of the video where you'll find a YouTube button. When you click that, it'll take you to your home page. On the left-hand side of the page, if you scroll down, you'll find a tab that reads Manage Subscriptions. If you click that, you'll find a list of all your subscriptions. Look up Lama Jigme or Enlightened Fitness. To the right, you'll notice a box. Use your mouse to put a check or a tick in that box. That way, the next time I upload a video, you'll receive an email notification from YouTube, which is pretty cool. Now, I mentioned links below the video. You could use one of those links to help keep this monk fed, which would be lovely, but not mandatory. And there's another link you could use to register for the next series of live weekly webinars. When did they begin? Tuesday, the 2nd of July. I'll see you then. Bye-bye.